Yes, I'm Neil Southwell and I'm a senior lecturer in the School of Education. Yes, it has a wide range of modules in each year. Only 2 of the modules in the whole 3 years are compulsory, and that's for first year students to give them a basic underpinning in the subject, an introduction to the subject, and then by using their choices they can narrow their studies onto their field of particular personal interest. So in the second year and third year there are no compulsory modules, so there's free choice. We also extend a certain amount of freedom of choice to some of the assignments, so that there's choice in what assignments you choose and what titles you choose. And in some modules there's a complete choice in the format of how you present those and how you make them, so that they can be made in a media form, in written form, in presentation, or indeed in any way that you can think of on some modules. Other modules are more prescriptive and designed to help people to develop particular skills specific to those particular modules. Okay, it's easy to answer which is the most popular module of the 3 years, because it's one of mine called Debates in Education. There's been student surveys every so often, and it repeatedly comes up as the students' most favourite module of the 3 years, particularly with those people who do it, of course. And the reason for this is the students run the first hour themselves, so there's no lecturer input and no lecturer control, or very minimal lecturer control, and it gives them a big responsibility but also a lot of power. And also, if I was to research a topic and give a talk about it, I will pick the things that interest me. And on this particular module, because the students give the lectures, they pick things and look at aspects that probably I wouldn't have thought of as a lecturer, and therefore they're more likely to be of interest to a student. Although usually the week before I pick out certain things that I think are the key things to know about the particular topic. I went to lots of different schools. I wasn't always welcome at them, and sometimes I was expelled, or it was suggested to my parents that I moved on, or I'd be happier somewhere else. I've been educated in the state sector, in the private sector, and in the church sector. I truanted from all my schools on a regular basis, and I got into a lot of trouble as a youngster. I didn't settle into a job, as many school truants don't, straight afterwards, but later on many truants do find their way. Something clicks, or they get the right job or the right situation for them, something that suits them. And many truants truant because they won't accept something that doesn't suit them, and if school doesn't suit them they won't accept it. However, when they find something that does suit them, sometimes they shine and flourish. I'd looked at jobs that advertised that I knew I could do easily, and yet they said must be educated to degree standard. And it started to play on my mind. I wasn't planning to study education. I was here to study politics and philosophy. I found them both boring and dropped them all at the end of the first year. I had got one module of education studies and I enjoyed it so much I made that into my major subject. And one day it was joked that if I carried on like this I'd go to Cambridge University. And I thought that's a good idea. And I started to look at master's level courses at Cambridge, and there was one that took my eye, Master of Philosophy in Education Research. And I emailed them. I wanted to study truancy, which I was already studying for my dissertation here, or was just about to at that time. And I wanted to make it clear to them that I was not any kind of reformed character. I wasn't someone who used to truant, who had all the answers to truancy. But I did a study there for my main thesis, and looking at the truancy of people who went on to Cambridge University after school, although they'd missed a lot, and did well and did higher degrees, master's degrees and doctorate degrees. But as part of that project I had to give a small talk to my seminar group, and the lecturers were so impressed with it I was asked would I give the talk perhaps to another group, and that's how I began lecturing. and they were so pleased that they paid me, which they hadn't agreed to first, and then they started to invite me back in later years to go back after I completed my course, and would I give talks on it at the Master of Education level. What makes a university though is its people, and that's its staff and its students. Its support staff, its administration, its lecturers, its tutors and students, and together that makes a university, and it lives or dies on the quality of those people. One of the wonderful things that I love about Northampton is that people come to this university from all kinds of backgrounds. I don't just mean social class backgrounds, but particularly different abilities, different qualifications, different prior success. Some people have struggled at school, others have had long gaps in school as I did, others did quite well, and they can come here and prove themselves. People go on from this university to all kinds of different further education, sorry, wrong word there, but different continuing education at even higher level, at postgraduate level, master's level, doctorate level. They go into a range of careers and jobs, often connected with the subjects that they've come to do, but often not. They find new ways and new ideas, and they go away with something very precious, and it isn't just a bit of paper saying you've got a degree. It's 3 years of experience, and for many students it's a wonderful experience. For some it's a trying experience, but they got to the end of it, which can have a good effect on some people anyway. Bloody great fun.